You are listening to the Kentucky X-Files Season 3 with your hosts Dennis Mays, Tyler Stewart, and Josh Gibbs. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also visit us at www.kyxfiles.com. And now, on to our show.
You know what I hate? What I absolutely hate is the what do you call it? What do they call the megafauna? You know, the prehistoric mammals.
Yeah.
What I hate is that they give you the best guess. You know, and I know that science has come up with a lot of answers for some of their behaviors and like their diets and stuff like that. But they're like, without a doubt, the top two most scary, aggressive things to walk during, like, when the megafauna was around, was the ground sloth and the mastodon.
Yeah.
And if you happen to be in between those two and they were about to tangle, you're a goner. Like, they would just take you out. They wouldn't even notice that you were there. Like, mastodons, all, like, most of the skeletons recovered all have damage from other mastodons on them, like tusk marks and shit. Like, even mammoths didn't screw with these things. Like, they were smaller, but they were mean as shit. The ground sloth was walking around with shit like that, and dire bears and cave bears and big ass cave lions and saber-toothed cats and shit. And he's just walking around like, motherfucker, I'm eating my salad, dude. I swear to God. You attack me while I'm eating this leaf, I swear to God, I will come over there and I will slap the shit out of you. And you know, he did it so many times that even the like saber-toothed tigers were like, I don't know if I'm gonna fuck with him. He's
There's a
grumpy motherfucker is what he is.
Some buffalo or
yeah,
whatever those
I'm gonna
things
go
are.
fuck with that buffalo. I'm not gonna
Fuck
dude.
this thing. Fuck this guy.
You know what? I'm walking away. Ground sloth. I hope you evolve to something like helpless one day. Son of a bitch. Mean ass son of a bitch. And he just walks off. Now, dude, now sloths are like the sweetest thing ever. Like, people help them, like, get across the road. And
oh my God, I saw a couple videos of this.
Around and it like waves. Thanks. I don't know what the big deal is.
I don't
understand. Humans are super nice.
I don't get it. Like, what does evolution thought? Like, hey, let's make him slow. Like, it's kind of like the equivalent of the fading goat. It's like, what was the purpose?
You can't. You know, somebody told me the reason for the fainting goats. And
is it kind of like possum, like how they play dead?
It's way worse.
Okay.
It's way worse. So you got a herd of goats, right?
I was the one that told you this.
Okay, tell it, Josh.
Oh no! By all means, I'm in the middle of trying to get a thing here that's kind of important for the story.
So if I get this right, then you have a herd of goats, right? And say big bad wolf comes off the hill, and he's like, I'm gonna eat one of them motherfucking goats, man. That's delicious.
Right? Yeah.
So he's coming down the hill, and he sees the goats, and he takes off running, and the whole herd's like, oh fuck, and they take off running, right?
Yeah.
You gotta have a patsy. So there's this one
goat. God, shut the fuck up.
Oh my God, guys, there's a goat. There's a wolf. Let's get out of here.
You've heard the term scapegoat, right?
That's it. Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
You didn't know this?
That is fucking. That's fucking terrible. Holy shit.
Now,
I don't know. Shitty.
I don't know how much of it's true, but man, I tell you what, that it sounds like it would be, right?
It makes sense, because why would these things evolve this? You know what I mean? That's like a frog, like evolving. Like, you know what? I just don't need back legs anymore. I'm just gonna fucking swim around with my little inadequate front legs in the pond and try to, like, I'm gonna try to get bugs and he can't swim, and then shit's trying to kill him, and he's like, he can't get away because all he's got is these little, like, You know what I mean?
But
I just want to see that in a reel.
I want to know how they got to that point. Who was designing these things? Like, what was the catalyst? Like, what did they mix? What did they do to okay, we had to put this with this and this with this, and we could get them to faint.
I think
who thought of that?
Just had one that just was my wife. Speaking of, she should be the authority on this. She should have already had all the information of why fainting goats are a thing.
Well, she probably doesn't because she said you're not allowed to have any.
I'm not allowed to have them because I will literally get a big beach ball and I will bowl with them. I'll roll it at them and I'll count how many fall over and then I'll wait for them to reset. Game on. I think it's genius, personally.
I have a couple of maps that I want to show you guys in regards to this Lake Arrowhead tree mystery, is what I'm going to call it. So this is the bear population of the United States.
Yeah.
All right. And this is where Lake Arrowhead, California is.
Okay.
Now pay attention to where that red mark is.
Okay.
Now look at that.
Hold on, I'm trying to see. Okay, black bears. Yeah, black bear would be the most common.
Yeah, but look at the color where it says bear population.
No bear population.
Yeah, at the bottom. No bear population.
It kind of the black bear kind of bleeds into it, but not. I wouldn't say enough. You see that little tip.
Yeah, but look here. It is just.
I want to say it probably just misses it, barely.
I love that you guys barely.
I really did not mean to do that.
It's a lot of fucking bears down there.
I can't look around the damn picture. You guys fucking. This is why I get third chair, because you guys don't want me here.
He's having an existential crisis.
Yeah.
So maybe they dabble every now and again. Maybe sometimes they're like, I'm just gonna get down Lake Arrowhead.
This is my point. This is where I was going with this. Is it's not on the bear population map, right? So, but it is close enough where one could wander in, because obviously, bears aren't like just walking that. I wish you could see where I was pointing. Bears aren't walking around that little loop and they don't get to the edge and they're like, whoop, different biome. I can't go there. Yeah. It's it. Bears.
It has a sign like gun free zone. It says bear free zone. He's like, I can't go around there.
Can you pull up that last map again? Because I think I've discovered something.
This one?
The other one, if you would.
This one.
Okay, so you see down going into Mexico, there's black bear. Like, there's marks there for black bear too.
Yeah.
Those were airdropped in.
Yeah, they had to be.
They didn't walk down there. That's too far.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's such a dick thing.
I'm just saying, like, maybe it passed through. Maybe it, you know what I mean? Like when it was right down here, it was like, I'm gonna just kind of, I want to go check out Lake Arrowhead.
Right.
Maybe she walked up on it and he was on vacation. I don't know.
Let's see here. I'm going to do it this way. That way I can point at stuff.
Oh,
so
cool.
What I want to know is, how did these guys get there?
They were airdropped for sure.
Airdropped. Okay. Air bears.
Yeah. Air bears.
Air bears.
Air bears.
Yeah. And oh my God. Do you guys see this down here?
Dude, please tell me that island out there. Really?
Is that a bear right there?
No, somebody's just fucking with us, dude. There's no way. There's like one bear out in the middle of the ocean.
And then over here too.
Okay, so that one over there to the left, I could see a bear staying there because that right there is like supposed to be like horrendous great white territory.
Yeah.
So he probably got to the island like, dude, I'm never going back.
Holy crap. Hold on a second. All right. So we've established this guy right here, right? Hold on. I gotta stop my screen share. I have to find something else real quick. Oh my God.
while he's doing that, I'm going to bring this map back up. Okay, you see, we're down here, where we are, like good old Kentucky. Oh, what is that color right there? Like that's in like eastern Kentucky. Like that means there's some black bears, and we're already establishing that they won't stay in that certain area at all, like all times.
There's a fence around that.
So you're no,
Yeah.
shut up.
They put
So I'm trying to say is you kept giving me shit about my fucking encounter with a black bear. I swear I saw a black bear behind my house.
Okay. Okay. All right, guys. I've got a.
right, dog man.
Shut
Let's
the
see
fuck
here.
up.
Yeah, Tyler, tell me all about that dog man. You said.
I guess. No, what? I'm gonna
All
get
Hold
on
on.
Vic's
Hold
show.
on. Hold on. Okay.
That's
All right. So we're going back to this. All right. We see this little blip right here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I know why there's a bear there. All right.
Reverb.
Reverb?
You know what this is?
What?
That's the location of the Titanic wreckage.
A bear took down the sub.
Or he built himself a submarine and didn't make it.
Oh. For one, I mean, just the fact that this bear was smart enough to even like build a sub is impressive, but
Right.
you know, it's the only thing that makes any sense, really. And Tyler definitely saw a dog man.
Yeah. Yeah, this map is
I love that I just keep getting kicked out of this fucking show every 2 seconds.
I don't know. I mean, the possibility, you know, and a lot of people like, especially the guy that, I was telling you about the guy, the video that I never could find again, you know, where he went up and measured everything. Motherfucker like had climbing shit and was going up in the tree and like, doing all this shit.
I don't know, man. That video you showed the first time around, I don't know if I was just sitting in the right position or what, but it looked like a round black head and a gray muzzle, like a black bear.
Yeah.
You know, there was one frame, just one frame where I saw it, and I wasn't looking for a bear, and I wasn't looking for a Bigfoot. I was just trying to find anything that resembled something that could be alive, because for the most part, it just kind of looked like shadows in the trees. I didn't see anything wrapped around a branch holding on. You know, it didn't look. You know.
Yeah.
I didn't see any kind of shadows of it holding on to anything.
No, that was the
Unless it was holding a. Sorry, go ahead.
No, the video I was just talking about, that the guy that went up in the tree, the branch on the back, it was long enough where something could like lay across it.
Yeah.
Which is what he measured, because when they compared them, that's the big area that's empty in the second shot.
Right. Well, my problem with this is that what are they measuring against? Because the video I saw, maybe it's just a pixelation or what, but I don't see an outline of anything in the tree.
No, it's like a mass. You know what I mean? And that was the big thing when this all came out, was that you have a huge void here that's being filled by something, and then it's he goes back to measure it to see how big the area was that it basically took up, and he was like, and even the guy himself said like, this could absolutely be a bear.
What
He's like, just saying that it's an extremely large one if it is.
What time of year was it?
That I don't know,
because that might make a difference.
Yeah.
Because here's what I'm thinking is, I'm sorry, Tyler, but if in the event that this right here at the bottom is void of bears most of the time.
It was in March.
It was in March?
Yeah.
Okay. So if a bear had wandered in down there in an area where people aren't used to seeing bears.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And you're thinking March. And okay. So All right. Let's see. That would be. Okay. So if it was a mama bear,
Yeah.
in March, she would have 3-month-old cubs,
Okay.
which they're not very big at that point in time. Right?
Yeah.
They're about 4 to 6 pounds. Let's see what happens. Yearlings will follow the moms too. So a yearling bear cub is quite a bit larger. So what if? Okay, yeah. So we're looking at. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So what if there's a mama black bear in this tree, and she's got 2 yearlings with her, which are both 30-pound bears?
Yeah, like multiples up in this tree together.
And as dark as that was,
it looks like one big mass.
It looks like one big mass.
Yeah. I mean, it's the other thing too is like, yeah, I can't help but think, but think about this. It's like we're getting a pixelated, camera, like a photo of it or a video of it, right? Especially considering that like most of your like really high definition video in these phones has only really caught up to the megapixels of cameras over the last 5 years,
right?
You know what I mean? I'm wondering, like, she's looking at it with her naked eye. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that was what I was like. Okay, she's sitting there looking at it. Her kids are looking at it. It's clearly freaking them the fuck out. I mean, she went so far as to like actually like start a lawsuit with the park board over this. That's the thing that gets me is like, you're standing there and you see it's a bear and you're filming it. How would you even predict that your camera's not going to even pick it up that good? And if you were, like say she was perpetuating a hoax, like, wouldn't she take into account, like, they're just going to see it's a fucking bear on my video and this isn't going to work.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
How do you get you add the like a secondary tab under here as a camera?
Go to present. Yeah.
Share screen.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that just automatically pops it up.
You can choose what it shares.
There you go.
Yeah.
So black bears will absolutely get in trees together.
I hate this picture because they're adorable.
Right. They are adorable. Sorry, Tyler.
Oh, no, you're good. This is actually a video. Lake Arrowhead, California. This was just put up a year ago.
Yeah.
And they were just chilling around.
Somebody needs to show them the fucking map.
Yeah, no shit. They're not supposed to be there.
I tell you what, if you live in Lake Arrowhead, you print that map out and just walk right up to that son of a bitch and show him, like, you think that, does this say fucking black bear territory here? Huh? Can you read? What, do you don't know maps?
I don't think it's going to go so well. I'm just going out on a limb here.
Oh. That's what you.
Set your coffee down.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Did I hit the right one? I can't hear him.
Yeah.
Okay, good. There we go.
Yeah, that was the right one. But yeah, man. I mean, you take and maybe the vision. Can you pull the original video up back again?
Yeah.
Let's see what kind of day we're dealing with here. Let's see where the sun is. If it's overcast and the sun's in her face,
Well, I'm sorry about that. What?
I said, how like if it's overcast but the sun's there, it like makes it difficult to see. You're kind of squinting anyways.
Right. Yeah.
So let's have a look see.
Okay.
I swear to God, Mom.
I see it. Is it by the tree?
Yeah.
All right. There's that one. Shit. I have the other one here. Here it is. Let me go back.
Okay, yeah, this is the one that when they zoomed in, I think you could kind of, okay, right there. Go back to one frame, right there. Go forward just a touch. A little more. One more tick. All right, right there. Did you see it? Go back just a fuzz. See right in there. You can see the muzzle,
It does look like a muzzle, doesn't it?
and I see round ears on the top.
Yeah, I can see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I was looking at. That it just
Yeah, you know what though, too, is on the other side, it does look like the other branch to the right. It looks like it's moving independently.
Yeah.
Check that out. Focus on the one on the right. It looked like it was. It does. It kind of does look like two different things up there.
I'm thinking maybe it's like 3 bears in a tree, and it's just so much black fur with crappy lighting, and they're
Yeah.
far enough away, and they're not maybe used to seeing bears. Maybe was she always a resident of this part of town? Like
I don't know. I don't
know.
know.
There's so many variables, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's at least 2 frames where I can see the round ears at the top and the gray muzzle.
Right.
And it's clear, you know. And I hate to doo-doo on it, you know. I really do.
Well, I mean, that's we gotta look at everything. You know what I mean? I like this stuff with the footprints. I'm not into it. I'm just not into it.
Too easy to be faked.
I actually have some footage where I made my own.
Yeah.
I never casted it or anything, but I literally made a footprint all the way down to dermal ridges. You know how I did the dermal ridges? I
looked at your own foot.
I literally used my fingers to pat them in, and afterwards, there's dermal ridges everywhere because it's the indent of my own hands. So it is super easy to make a track. I'm sorry, but
Right.
it's super easy to do. It's not hard. I could almost guarantee you that I could make a Bigfoot casting that would
Right.
probably be side by side with,
And, it says right there it's a 13-inch print, which, I mean, drummer Dave has a 13-inch foot. So
Yeah.
that's, yeah, I don't know, man. I got to err on the side of it looks like a
Probably.
bear.
Like a bear, yeah.
Looks like a bear to me. I mean, I hate to be that guy. I know she had a lawsuit, and I know
Yeah.
there's some really sadness to the story here, but
Right, yeah. I don't know. I mean, in all honesty, it's like whatever she saw, it was enough to put her into a whole different lifestyle afterwards. I mean, it changed everything for her.
Mhm.
She went from probably the last thing on her mind was this shit, and then the next thing you know, dude, I mean, she was signing up with anybody that would take her out to look. She was looking for confirmation, you know, and unfortunately, I don't know that she got it. I know what she believed what she saw. I get that, and the fact for me that she actually took it to the court of law because she thought people should be made aware if they're taking their kids out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It put a lot of what do you call it on her side, but I know she got taken out with multiple and I say this very, very whatever researchers and she went out multiple times. She told her story, the story never changed throughout the years. Multiple people examined the site, like I said, took the measurements, all that shit. is a very interesting story. It was an interesting story when I first saw it 3 years ago, and the media like blackout of it when it kind of vanished, I thought was kind of strange. You know what I mean? She definitely didn't like make any money off of this. It wasn't a lucrative. I mean, I equate it to like, starting a podcast. You know what I mean? Like it didn't really pan out very well, like monetarily, but she was like, she was pretty like obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Like whatever was in that tree, bear, Bigfoot, I don't know. It fucking got into her. Like it was an obsession, Unfortunately, they think that she had a heart attack in her own home and passed away. And that's kind of a unfortunately, it's a sad ending to that story, in my opinion. I hope she got her answers. I hope she was at peace with how far she'd come, since that.
Yeah.
I really do, because she was very passionate about it. But her point of view was more of a awareness thing. That was the other thing. It was like she wasn't really going out there to get famous discovering Bigfoot like a lot of people do. Her thing was like, hey, if it's there, let's get awareness, because it's an unknown and people come up here with their kids and stuff. It was more of, she wanted an awareness of it, like
Yeah.
a heads up, like, hey, there's some off shit up here, so just keep, don't forget your bear mace. Sure, it works on Bigfoots too.
I feel like, yeah, a lot of. I know we've talked to, and I know we've watched a lot of videos about people. A lot of them don't want to get famous. They just want to know they they want to hold their government accountable because they feel that the government knows about these things, and they choose not to say anything. And I don't know,
Yeah.
like that. And I don't want to like get too morbid about this, but was did she have health problems?
I don't
Did
know.
she? That's I want to check every box in this, because just like how we did with that family that passed away in California, it's like it was weird, but then we kind of rolled everything out, and it ended up being what it was said to be almost. So
Yeah.
like that's what I like. I don't want to believe somebody wanted to do her harm when she was just trying to create awareness. I
Yeah.
don't know what would be the purpose of doing that to this woman.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that was the thing that made it unique to me, was that it was more about awareness than anything, and accountability. She was convinced that she saw something. Her kids were convinced they saw it too. You know what I mean? It was like they all were very, very shocked by what they saw. Like that's the thing that gets me, is like if I went out to California, especially into those woods, and you said like, hey man, there's fucking bears up here, so just keep your eye out. If I saw one up in a tree, I'm sure it would be like, oh shit, but I don't think I'd be traumatized by it.
Yeah.
I really don't think I'd be like, oh my god.
I feel like you'd be more nervous
It would
just
be like,
because,
oh fuck, there's a bear.
and I don't think you would pull out your camera for that unless you just wanted to have that. But they were
I
genuine.
might pull my camera out, like, yeah,
But
it's a fucking bear,
but
dude.
more along the lines, they would be like, "Oh my god, it's a bear!" Like, but you wouldn't be more along like, "What the hell is that? What is that? What the hell is that?"
Yeah, if it was crystal clear a bear, I would take a picture of it and tell you guys I saw Bigfoot. Like there was no doubt it was a bear. Like you could see it blatantly obvious. I would send it to you guys and be like, dudes, I saw Bigfoot. Look at this thing.
But one
He's
thing
dressed up as a bear.
But the one thing I hate most about this whole story right now,
Yeah.
because didn't this just come out probably like a couple of days? Or
yeah.
What I hate most about this, okay, you said that you found this story when we first started this show.
This came out like a few years back.
Yeah, a few years back. So we talked about it on season 1 of this podcast.
Yeah.
And then after that, you immediately probably like months afterwards, you could not find it at all.
Mm.
Right? Okay, her video and the people that like
Yeah.
try to corroborate her story.
Yep.
What pisses me off the most is that
Ooh,
she
excuse me.
died, and now they want to put her on
Oh,
get
yeah.
her story back out there. It's like
That's
this.
you know.
Now you're just like you're digging into somebody's shit just because they passed away, and you know that somebody's going to click on it because you took all this shit down, it went gone, and now you put it back up because you know you could get some type of ratings or some shit.
Oh yeah, that's our culture though. We got the click culture.
It's
we've
bullshit.
We've talked about that before. We actually had we done our test because of it.
Yeah.
You know?
We did a test, yeah. Yeah, you guys out there, I'm sure you remember we said it was a 2-part episode, and then the second part I said something like, let's name this like is our show ending. We appreciate all the concern, but you know, it was kind of a test, you know. It's like that's our culture. Our culture is to get more views, to get more clicks, to get more eyes on it, you know. We should name this episode like undeniable proof of Bigfoot. You know what I mean? I mean, like, it's not, but that's everywhere.
I think we should name it Cute Bears in a Tree.
Cute bears in a tree.
Yep.
Undeniable proof of cute bears in a tree.
Yep.
I hate how cute they are because they will eat your, like, they will straight up eat your ass. And I don't even mean that like, you know, like a slang. Like, they will actually eat your ass.
Yep.
And I'm sure it's like there's a lot of meat right there in the ass, and they just start there. Delicious.
Hate to have a chunk bitten out of my ass. That would suck.
I know, dude. You guys remember the grizzly guy? Remember him? The fucking
yeah.
I can't remember his name. The guy that lived with bears.
Go up and, like, let's go fucking hang out with grizzly bears.
He died. Could you believe that?
I was shocked.
He was killed by a grizzly bear.
I know. That's so weird.
Really?
It's like you would have thought that the Grizzlies would have been like, "Oh, that's just this dude. He's taking pictures of us."
Yeah, leave him alone. He's all right.
Yeah,
he's one of us.
We don't eat him. He's like, yeah, he's not a bear, but he's all right. We don't eat him. And then probably what happened was one of those airdropped bears got dropped in, and he didn't know. Like, they didn't tell him, and he just like walked it. Oh, dude, there's this fucking guy sleeping here. I'm just fucking eat this, dude. This is like easy calories. Just started with his ass and just worked his way up. And literally, there you go. And the next day, I bet the other bears were like, bro, we weren't eating him. He's like, he liked the little fox and everything, dude. We weren't going to eat him.
So we should name the episode Airdropped Bears in the U.S.
Airdropped Bears in the U.S. That's a good name. What I like is that the listener actually gets to hear the name getting come up with.
Yeah, but they don't hear it until
Thursday's
the following episode.
That's true. Damn it. So let's do
Thursday should be Airdrop Bears.
Monday should be Airdropped Bigfoots.
We don't even talk about. All right.
Yeah, I know.
That's fair.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, bears are no fucking joke, dude. They're just big calorie destroying machines. That's all they do. You know? Yeah, I don't know. It's wild, man. A lot of this stuff is, and this Bigfoot stuff, you know, the more humidity there is, the less Bigfoot stuff you hear about.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of humidity out there, so Bigfoot's on vacation. He's taking a break.
Well, I mean, can you imagine what humidity does to all that hair?
Oh God, yeah. He's out there probably like just sweating his ass off, dude. Like, so aggravated.
I'm now getting online to look for a Bigfoot with a perm.
Yeah. I don't know. It's sad though, the whole thing, you know. I hated reading that when I read it. I'm like, God damn it, dude. That was one of my favorites. You know, I liked her because she wasn't a researcher. You know, no offense to fucking researchers, but you got to admit some of you guys are off your fucking gourd. I mean, some of the shit that I hear weekly, and we knew when I wasn't this cynical when we started. I had an open mind when we started. When we started this shit, I was like, tell me everything. I want to take in the information and let's just start chiseling away until we get to the meat and taters. You fucking never get to the meat and taters. Ever. You know? I'm sure there's going to be a few people out there that go, that's not right. You shouldn't say that. But I mean, fuck, somebody's got to. Jesus. I mean, at some point you got to be like, are we just having fun? You know, are we just having fun out here, or are we actually interested? Because I mean, the idea that all throughout the United States, there's just this fucking massive, delusional fucking Todd Standing theory that there's just like 80,000 of these fuckers walking around and somehow just nobody sees them is ludicrous, to say the least. Like, when you say that out of your mouth, you have to be hearing yourself, but then, on the other hand of the spectrum, there's guys like Steve Isdell that straight up is like, yeah, I seen one of the fuckers. He fucking hates him. He was so reluctant to even say a word about it. Didn't even need to. Like, the dude's good. He didn't need to get into that. You go watch his fucking videos, dude. He's not the kind of dude that wants to be Mr. Popular either. I mean, most of the time he just wants to be left the fuck alone. So it's like, you got different ends of the spectrum. If there's an 7-8 foot tall fucking relative of man walking around up there, I feel like it's the far Pacific Northwest. And I think that's pretty much it. Unless they're airdropping those fuckers too. I don't know. Sorry for the rant, but the shit's absolutely ludicrous, dude. Some of the shit you hear, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to offend beliefs out there, but you can't tell me it's a fucking animal and then tell me it's a fucking, entity, and then tell me it's a fucking caveman, and then tell me it's a gigantopithecus.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, this guy is in complete disbelief.
He can't believe the shit I just said.
He cannot believe the shit you just said.
He's appalled.
Absolutely appalled.
You know what he looks like? He looks like he just saw a bunch of bears up in a tree. And he's so shocked. And he's trying to dig for his phone. And it looks like he's been eating a powdered donut, too.
It does.
It's cocaine Sasquatch.
Cocaine Squatch.
I was thinking that this Sasquatch is out there in the middle of the woods. He peels open his box of powdered donuts. He's like, man, I'm waiting all fucking day for this shit, man. I'm so excited. I found these. I reached right in their window and snatched them. Everybody thinks I'm all trying to kill people. All I want is some donuts. He sits there and he looks up and there's a fucking bear. What do you think the bear wants? Wants his fucking donuts.
Yeah. Wants his powdered donuts.
Bullshit. I don't know. Yeah. It's like, I mean, I'm definitely not going to be making us any more friends in the Bigfoot arena, but I mean, fuck, you got bring the fucking thunder, guys. Like, everybody talks a bunch of shit about all this fucking evidence they got. You know what, man? Our phone lines have been pretty dead for Bigfooters. Pretty dead. The dogmen guys, they bowed out a while ago. We got tired of looking at their bushes.
I don't know, man. It's yeah. Every time I hear somebody self-proclaiming themselves as a Bigfoot researcher, I just think of myself like, Gorillas in the Mist was a legitimate research film.
Yeah.
It showed the gorillas.
Yeah. Yeah. we went through a little period there for about 100 years where gorillas were a myth. They weren't real,
Yeah.
but shit, you
Yeah.
know what they did is they went up and took pictures of them and studied them and filmed them.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
hell, we got them in zoos now and everything. That's like, hey, that one,
Yeah.
close the book on that one. Those are real as
Right.
fuck.
So if you call yourself a Bigfoot hunter, I get down with that. I'm all right with that. That makes sense. You're hunting Bigfoot. All right. Yeah. It doesn't imply that you're actually catching him. It just means you're out looking for him. I can live with a hunter, Bigfoot hunter, but
Okay.
a Bigfoot researcher. First off, the people who do research. This is decades of documented studies. This is reading other people's works, documenting everything that you've seen versus what they've seen. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
publishing your work. There's a lot that goes into actual research. It's not just standing in the woods looking for Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Making whoop sounds and knocking on trees.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
The whole premise itself has always been aggravating to me because it's like you're telling me that this thing is designed. It's like us, but more designed for feral living, wild
Right.
living. It's obviously going to be a meat eater because there's nothing else that's going to sustain that kind of calorie count that you need.
I thought we went over this, like
And
the walnut calculation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then you go out. You're going to go out in the middle of the day, or okay, that actually makes sense to me, is to go look for this thing during the day. But you go out in the middle of the night when it in its complete advantage. You know what I mean? Like you can, dude, you could be out there in a t-shirt and pants and be real still, and a group of people with a flashlight will walk right past you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's like this thing is like a walking ghillie suit.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you? You know, like what,
Right.
what the fuck are you thinking? You're
Yeah.
we're gonna fucking bang on some trees, and we're gonna scare him out.
Yeah. See,
Well,
like the individual people, that's why I'm more for that, is that the individual people that say they've seen something. Okay. Yeah. I'm sure you saw something. I'd love to know what it is,
Yeah.
I'm more apt to believe them than all of these people who quote unquote call themselves researchers that have yet to produce anything.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Literally nothing. Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
I mean, I've seen some interesting shit shown to me in confidence. I've seen some of that stuff, but from the person's point of view, they're like, "Oh, that this is what I found the next day after it all happened." And I'm like, still, this could be some asshole fucking with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had the same shit going on here.
Right. Like most evidence could be just explained away.
Yeah.
Like I've always had the theory that, all these hotspots, that maybe this research group is hearing this research group.
Yeah.
And they're just knocking wood back and forth to each other and whooping back and forth to each other. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
Yeah.
My thing was, a while back, there was a set of feathers like laid on a stump, left for me. And I'm like, oh shit, Bigfoot's leaving me presents. And then, obviously I'm like, it's probably somebody I know fucking with me, and I'm cool. I don't care. It's whatever. And I went back, even Tyler even walked back there with me one day. We went back and looked at it, and we're like, yeah, it's probably somebody fucking with us. And I have no idea if it's still going on. Because I was like, what the fuck was the point in the first place? If there's a Bigfoot out in my woods right now, he's just gathering up turkey feathers and just leaving them for me. Like, what the fuck is that? I don't want that. Like, I gave him a potato. I gave him a sweet potato, a big one, and he never ate it. He didn't eat it.
Ungrateful bitch.
I'm pretty sure though that there was a couple of squirrels that got a hold of it.
Yeah.
And it was like Christmas morning for them.
Woo!
Dude, look at the size of this fucking nut, dude. Oh my god. Started eating it, and it's like, oh my god, it tastes so much better. Then they got all wired from all the sugars in it. You know, it's probably why I have like a fucking squirrel infestation going on. I have squirrels everywhere now. You know, like all hyped up on that sweet potato, and I kicked up the ecosystem or something.
I kind of but with all you guys, like you guys kind of go on your little rant together, but no matter what, we are not saying that you didn't see anything, but for us being the person that you're telling the story to, it's hard to believe because of how many fakes are out there.
Oh yeah,
We're
yeah.
not saying that you didn't have an experience, and don't let that scare you from wanting to come on the show or send your story in. It's
Yeah.
like we are just trying to find the answers just like anybody else, but we're not going to shovel bullshit down your throat. We do not we set out to not do that. We want to bring the funny to you because that's how we are, and then on top of that we want to try to give the best information that we can. It might not be as accurate as a lot of like some people like go into great detail shit. We use fucking canoes to do measurements, but that's what I'm saying is that we are just trying to believe what you are seeing.
Yeah, and that's what I said was that
Yeah.
I'm more apt to believe an individual that's just a person, not somebody trying to make a name for themselves in this community.
Yeah.
That I believe that when people tell me they saw something in the woods or something in the water or something in the sky,
Yeah.
I'm apt to believe that they saw something.
Right.
Right. But I don't know what it is they saw. But I've always got to explore the normal explanations for things before I dip into the abnormal explanation for things.
Sure.
It's the old adage: if you hear hooves, do you think horses or zebras?
Yeah.
Maybe horses, because I don't think we have zebras around here.
I mean,
See?
let's get a zebra map. Maybe we got some
airdrop.
Airdrop. I'm going to die if there's like one little dot in Kentucky and it's right by us. Like, son of a bitch.
Damn it. We have to throw that whole thing out now.
But I feel like it's kind of like what they say with like court and stuff. It's not like I heard this like kind of a saying in a movie, but I feel like it lends cadence is that it's not what you know, it's what you can prove.
Yeah.
Just because you know that you saw something, but can you prove it?
Yeah.
Because no one else is going to like there's like the internet is shitty. And if you can't prove it, they're going to shit on you no matter what.
Yeah.
So that's the crappy thing. And that's what I am calling every said researcher, hunter of Bigfoot, anything out there. Stop holding back. If you have evidence, put it out there. Let peer review, because that's the only way that we are finally going to get answers. It's like, because it's such bullshit. If you really want somebody to know, and yet this is your passion, just like the lady that we were talking about, she even went to the lengths of actually putting a lawsuit on. Was it the city or the state?
The park.
The park itself.
The park. What do you call it?
Like Arrowhead,
Like
or
no,
is that
it's
just
like statewide park service or whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
So like, if like she actually believed in what she saw, and she's trying to make like make you believe to understand what she saw, what terrified her children. So that's what I'm saying is don't think of like the fame that you will get out of this. Think about the things that you could actually, the people you could protect, the people that like all those things. That's what I'm saying. I wish if you are that passionate about this topic, start putting your evidence out and let's see if what you've collected is true.
Look at like the law of averages, right? You know for a fact someone has something. You know what I mean? Because okay, you know, like there's so many fucking stories. There's so much history to this. Somebody has something.
Just
You
a
know,
one little
even if we
something.
take it back to old school, like 1980s thinking, there's only one Bigfoot. Like, there's only one walking around out there, you know, and he's by himself, man, and he's just fucking taking deer down, man, and he's fucking slapping bears out of trees, dude, and he's fucking headlocking them like, "Dude, get out of my fucking woods! I told you."
Is he an
I'm
80s
fucking
bully?
telling you, you
He's
know.
an 80s bully. I love it.
Yeah, and he like fucking throws the bears out of the woods, and that's why you see the map like changing because it's him in there kicking the
He's
fucking
throwing
bears
them
out,
over.
right?
I was more feeling that he was like a pro wrestler.
I'm
Get
gonna
out of
be,
my woods! I got you in here for 3 minutes.
where you going? Bigfoot's ready. Yeah, got you for 3 minutes.
I don't understand why he sounds like Macho Man Randy
'Cause
Savage, but
that's how he disappeared. He became the Macho Man.
he just shaved all of his
He
hair.
shaved everything except for his chest patch,
Yeah,
beard. And he went out there and he's like,
conspiracy.
you know,
But I thought Macho Man was pretty small. I thought he was a short dude.
I mean, you know, we don't want to. We're not trying to attack him on his height.
I'm not trying to attack him, but I'm just saying like the
I don't
height.
want to be the show that publicly calls out the fucking Macho Man.
Yeah, no shit.
You know, who come back from the dead and whoop our asses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was a bad motherfucker right there. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like, we go back to the old school thinking there's just one Bigfoot out there and he's just going around, like I said, slapping bears out of hiding spots and shit. And he's like, whatever. You know what I mean? He comes up and he pushes your fucking house over and he's like, he's breaking trees and shit, dude. And he's like, you know what I'm going to do with these fucking trees? I'm going to build a fucking thing and they're going to have to sit there and figure that out. And they're dumb. I'm going to go over there and I'm going to kick some more bears' asses. Somebody has a picture of him.
Kicking a bear's ass?
Oh, I'd pay money. I'd hand over my paycheck for that.
He's like in the tree and he does a flying elbow drop.
They're like, dude, I got a VHS tape here of an actual Bigfoot fighting a real bear.
VHS tape.
All I want your paycheck. I'd be like, dude, fucking sign this thing right over to you. Give me that. That's mine. My prized possession.
Damn.
Then I'll never release it. I'll put it in a safe and I'll never let it out because I don't want that kind of fame. I don't need that attention in my life.
That's kind of like you're saying that is kind of like what the I don't know if I said I hinted at it on last week's episodes. You guys know Logan Paul, right?
Oh yeah.
Apparently he has an acquaintance with somebody that knew another guy, an old gentleman.
This is a pretty big thing. Yeah. Heard about this.
Yeah, he's like, dude, he had cash, $100,000 in cash that he was driving in the middle of the desert somewhere. And he's like, because I saw a video of the guy talking about it. He's like calling the dude. He's like, "Are you sure he's out here? I'm in the middle of nowhere, and I do not feel comfortable holding this much money on me." And apparently, he gets to this guy's house, and he has a VHS tape of real sightings of UFOs. Like 100%, like the best. I guess it's considered the best evidence of alien contact.
Okay, so he went with James Fox, the documentary maker for, I can't remember the name of the goddamn film, to be honest. I've watched so many of these things now. He went with him out to this man. He had this old footage or whatever, and the guy's like, I'm not uploading this shit to the internet. I'm not doing this. If you want to see it, you got to like come here and see it. Apparently Logan Paul had one of them little pin cameras, and he like sat there and watched it with him, and he offered money for it, but the guy wouldn't take the money, and he filmed it. He like filmed watching it.
But I haven't seen it yet.
The story's actually taken a turn because apparently Logan Paul showed it to Joe Rogan. And apparently, I don't know, from what I understand, Joe Rogan is like, bro, what the fuck? Like, what, you know what I mean? Like, what is this? I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like if anything's going to come out of this, it's, I don't know.
The only thing I hate a lot about this whole thing, I hate to, like, I don't want to shit on the guy.
Yeah.
Whatever. He's a social media influencer, but he has so many shady deals that is
Oh,
like
yeah.
fell through. It I don't know if it's because of his business, like his own business, like how he deals with it. And he just like, if something fucks up, he
Yeah.
just throws it under the rug, or he's literally doing this maliciously. I don't know. I don't know the guy. I'm not going to shit on the guy. I just personally don't like him. I don't like his content.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying is, like, I don't know if I want to believe whatever he puts out. It's just like anybody, like, if fucking Trump came out and he had evidence of aliens, like, literally, he's like, dude, I found this in the vault under, like 10 miles under the White House. Like, there's a vault of just random shit. And I took a
Right.
videotape of aliens. If he popped that in and showed it on a broadcast, no one would believe him because of how much people hate him. It's just that. It's like you're guilty by just being, like, anything you say is just shit.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of different opinions about that footage, though, from what I'm seeing here. Some people are saying, like, I guess Logan Paul, he admitted it. He admitted straight up, like, yeah, I filmed it with a button camera. He's like, he offered him $100,000 for the film, for the actual thing. The guy refused it. He went on the air saying that if he fucking should have took the money because I got the footage anyway.
But you gotta think, it's a VHS tape and then a pen camera.
Yeah.
I've never, like, is there
rumor-
high quality pen cameras out there? I don't.
Probably the actual. I thought that he showed it to fucking Joe Rogan. James Fox was on Joe Rogan and confirmed that yes, Logan Paul did steal the footage. He said it.
Yeah, that's the guy. He said he called. Are you sure he was with him?
Something like that. He said that he did steal the footage, and there's mixed feelings about the footage. Yeah, like Logan Paul defending himself says, I offered him $100,000 for this tape after I saw it. Let me tell you this, he should have taken my effing money because I hate that I read it effing because it's censored out in the article. Because I got the footage anyway, and I'll tell you why I did it, because it's a little twisted of me to put on the small button camera and film UFO footage that isn't mine. Here's the thing, though. It's not his either. It's not. The people who shot it gave it to him and expected him that he would keep it hidden to himself. It doesn't belong to him. It's not his footage. He's keeping what I thought at the time is important UFO, alien, extraterrestrial proof in his possession and not showing it. And he says, like, why? I think this is doing a disservice to the world. That's not going to do it for me. You're being selfish. So that's how he justifies stealing the footage.
But he hasn't released it yet.
Because we're in the click culture. Content is king. Cash used to be king. Content's king now.
Right.
But you got to think too. It's
staying
like
relevant too.
Yeah.
So what happens if somebody comes up to him now? It's like, hey, I'll give you $1 million for that footage. It's like, would he buy it? Like, would he's like, deal. But that's what I'm saying. Like, what I'm saying is like, would he consider that his footage just because he filmed it personally through his pen cam, but it's technically not his footage either.
Right.
Like, he's filming of a film.
Yeah, the thing is what happens in the film. Uh, what happens in the film is apparently I haven't seen it, but
Yeah.
it's a couple guys out near a hot spot for sightings of UFOs. Right? They're in their vehicle. They're actually I guess they're trying to keep up with one. They're trying to like keep it where they can film it. They're trying to get proof. Well, the fucking thing basically goes around on them and fucking goes right over them. And they're leaning out, filming it from below. All right, this is insanely close. The lights kick on the thing. You know what I mean? It starts getting extremely bright. They get in the vehicle and they're like hiding in the vehicle, like freaking out because this thing moves fast as hell. Right? Problem with the footage is that in 1995, you wouldn't have been able to fake this. The CGI was, 30 years away, 20 years away, something like that. Like not CGI. Like obviously they had shitty CGI back then, but this level wouldn't have been available until like now. So that's where the problem is. That's why people are like, dude, this is probably gonna, be one of the most compelling UFO videos ever because yes, it's a VHS tape, but it's a VHS tape showing, it's everything down to the time, like the year that this happened, the vehicle they're in, even the like road signs they go past are old signs, they hadn't been replaced or renewed yet. The camera they're using, the tape deck in the car, I mean everything down to the wire, you know what I mean? It's like everything. If you were going to build this would cost you a fortune to like fake this because you had to go back and get all this period correct stuff. And hopefully it's right, because even the location where they're at, there's the signs have these little, area code markers on them. I don't know if you guys ever seen that. Sometimes on ours, a lot of ours are on the back of the sign now. I don't know if you've ever seen that, like the little markers they put on them. But these are back then we're down at the bottom, it's like a little bitty whatever at the bottom of the signs. And even those are correct for the time period. It's like, there's so many like details that would have been like, if a guy made this, dude, he's an absolute fucking psychopath. Like you
So
had to
you're
be a
saying,
psychopath to get this amount of detail,
so basically it would be a multi-million-dollar like movie,
Yeah.
technically budget
$1 million,
to do it.
which could compel the guy to not want to sell it for 100,000. I'm like, you fucking kidding me? This thing cost me like $2 million to make.
What?
I'm not, yeah,
Nothing. It's real.
yeah, it's real.
This is real.
I'm
It's
not
real.
selling it to
Duh.
you for fucking 100K. Would you nuts? Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty wild. I hope Logan Paul like does the right thing and isn't a douche and releases it. That'd be fantastic. But
What
So
about the
let's think about something really quick.
yeah,
All right. He watched it on a TV, correct?
yeah,
Through a VCR.
yeah.
Which means he had to have a TV that had the hookups for a VCR. Okay.
it's kind of like one of those bubble TVs or glass
Probably.
TV?
I mean, I don't know. Do the newer ones even have the coax and RCA and yeah, I guess they do. So yeah, I guess.
So like some of the beginning like flat screens had that kind of style still.
Right. But regardless, they watched it on a TV, presumably sitting in a living room or something, right?
Yeah.
With a pin camera in his pocket, right? Or a button camera.
Yeah, button camera.
All right. So, how good can this quality possibly be?
That's exactly what I was trying to say. Like, what's the quality? Like, it's like how you always say, Denny. It's like making a copy of like a cassette tape.
Yeah.
A copy of a copy of a copy of a copy.
Oh yeah.
It's like it's.
I'm not even. I'm not
like shit.
I'm not even talking about like how bad is the video going to be. Like
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
talking about the fact that this is on a guy's shirt. Put your phone in your pocket and press record.
Oh yeah, it's
and
terrible.
try to aim it at something and not be conspicuous. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I mean, look at the bootleg that Denny put on at the beginning of the show.
Oh, full circle.
Yeah, that's why we're like, there's a light. That's what we needed. That's why we're bitching about it.
Well, we were having this issue when we started. That one light was just like right in the camera, and I just couldn't see anything. So I
Big
had to,
I just would like to add that I fucking nailed that little solo diddle right there. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And I
Like
love
that.
and you wasn't being conspicuous. You were being blatantly obvious
Oh, I
too.
was sitting there
And it
like-
was shaky as fuck.
Yeah. So how did you do? Doesn't your forward facing camera is the only one that works, right?
My selfie cam works. My forward face is.
But
Yeah.
you were standing there holding a cell phone, you know, like so,
Yeah.
right?
Hey, I see us.
Right.
Yeah. Joshception.
Yeah. This is far too entertaining now. But you're standing there holding this,
Yeah.
and you've got a ballpark idea of what you're aiming at because you have something to aim with.
Right.
Put it on a button. Do you know this video that he keeps talking about? Probably the reason why he ain't released anything is because
This looks like
it's
shit.
just it's all over the fucking room. Because you know you're
Right.
not sitting there watching the most compelling video in the world, perfectly still, like this, sitting like like a statue. No, you're leaning in. You know what I mean? Like it just doesn't make
Yeah.
it doesn't make any freaking sense to me.
The funny thing is it probably ended up like it was like facing up at his face on accident. Like he moved his shirt and they got back.
that'd
Oh,
be
shit.
hilarious, dude. That'd be so hilarious. So I pulled up a 4K button cam here. I wanted to see I'm gonna try to skip around a little bit. Let's see what this thing looks like. So that's the video preview. That's fucking terrible. That's like horrendous.
And you know that's not in his pocket. He's holding it in his hand and aiming it.
Yeah, that's supposed to go in your button of your shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, like right here he shows it. Yeah.
Oh, that's not conspicuous at all. Again, though, you see what it's aiming at. That
Yeah.
thing is not aiming straight ahead. That thing is aiming off and to the left.
And look how his posture. He's definitely trying to.
He's like walking all like stiff. There's got to be a better one than this. Like Jesus, right?
I mean,
Ahead.
that's a promotional video, so they're obviously going to try to make it look as good as possible. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't see the possibility of putting a camera in your pocket and recording a good enough quality video of a TV set.
Just walk around with your key. I think this one's evil, man. Like that's just wrong. Look at that. Like you just plug that into the wall somewhere and just sitting there filming people, dude. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
The close that little paper clip comes extra too. You got to buy that. Doesn't come with it. Some of these, it's like, oh, it's a button camera, dude. It's massive. It's like, where are you? This one, I used to have a pair of these. Believe it or not, the glasses.
But those are definitely not inconspicuous.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they're so fucking bulky.
Yeah, they are. There's the pair I had were barely like 360. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they were just like I never took them skateboarding with all my random friends like that. I don't know if you guys can see it, but that's not a camera. I love the monetization. We get yelled at for like talking shit, and they're on here just showing everything. Like, see how fucking thick that is, dude? That's like, I don't know. Maybe at first glance you might not notice that right off, but still, it's like, look at the. I don't know. I mean, he's sitting on the footage, but click culture.
Click, 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 click.
He's going to spend the next few months talking about this and teasing about it, and then he'll finally show it, and then it's going to be fucking lackluster.
I don't know if the saying spreads all over the U.S. or not, but I know I've heard a lot of it here in Kentucky, and it's shit or get off the pot.
Yeah. Yep. I think we should do just that too. I think we should get off the pot here. Let's stop shitting on these people's day.
Yep.
Give me 1 second though.
Oh.
Let me see something.
Little public announcement. Not trying to be a dick to those of you out there that would like to talk to us. But if you say you want to talk to us and you don't get back to me when it's time to talk to us, I kind of have to bump you to the, see you next time. You know what I mean? Like it's not going to happen. We have specific times that we record because like we have all kinds of things going on in our lives. And if you don't honor, an agreed upon appointment, like, hey, we're going to get together. We're going to talk. We're going to listen to what you have to say. And we will listen to what you have to say, but you have to show up for it. If you don't get back to me, well, it's hard to take you serious after that, and I don't know, unless you got a real good reason. And I'll be honest with you. I've read this one in particular many times. Oh, sorry, bro. I just saw this. I'm my bad. We talked about it. Write it down on your calendar. Hey, I'm talking to the Kentucky X-Files guys, Sunday morning. So that's a good little public service announcement for you. If you don't show up, probably never be on.
Yep.
Sorry.
We have a time frame. We got stuff we got to do.
Yeah.
And it's a lot to even just do this in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like right now I got a whole farm of animals to go feed.
Yep.
And it's just getting warmer by the minute.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. And I've got to take the trailer back that we borrowed to haul all of our gear, and I've got to have it back by a certain time, and my grass will not stop growing.
I know. It's bullshit.
Okay, I am ready since we're kind of first and foremost, we got another week or you'll probably get you got these episodes and then next week's episodes, and then we're going to be here. The Kentucky X-Files are going to be at the Smoky Mountain Bigfoot conference. So just wanted to, if you guys are in the vicinity or in town, come say hi.
Yeah, that's how they land out of the plane too when they're airdropped in.
And give us some love. And yet again, like and subscribe to these, please and thank you.
Oh yeah.
And a big huge shout out to Monster Peace Theater. Thank you guys for having us on there.
Yeah, go check them guys out. Subscribe to them. Tell them Kentucky X-Files sent you.
Yeah, Rector.
Put it in the comments and tell them Rector sent you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess hey, take us out.
All right. Well, you guys, take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Don't get too hot this week. I know it's gonna be a warm one. See ya.
Mwah!
See you guys.